Alright, well I ain't got nobody, so that's what and then where's while I have nobody in here, let me go ahead and check. Okay. Oh, we're actually in. Yeah. That is if people join. Should I have game audio on? Game audio? You don't have game audio? Should I have it on? Go back to waiting.
Oh, no. Hold on. It's, I got it.
Oh, are we just practicing something?
It is, right?
Go to waiting. Yeah. Video capture. Huh? The red one?
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, I was like, how'd you get it here? You have it now? I should.
Attackers incoming in.
Yeah, it's going. Are they started? Yeah, they're so can I switch over then? Oh, I said low. Oh wait, this isn't like one like. Alrighty. Not like I'm really talking to anybody. I'll talk to myself for now. No. Alrighty, what do we got? We got Snider starting off on attack and Ball State on defense. Alright, let's see how this goes. Hopefully our camera can figure it out. Trying to get us some good angles here. Alrighty, so Snider's taking the high ground on this push. Surprisingly, Ball State's not holding the choke, because that choke can be really annoying. Oh, we got a Symmetra teleport. That's what we're doing. We're going around. Trying to push them back towards our spawn. Alright, so we're sitting up high. What do we got going on here? We're just kind of sitting up high. Nothing really happening. Oh, they're jumping out and putting up walls. Trying to get aggressive on Ball State. A lot going on. We got some May action happening over here. Really. Oh, there are people in your bed. Okay. All right, so they gotta. Despite Snider going around and trying to take some high ground and get some cover, Ball State's actually doing pretty well, even though they're down quite a bit of people holding here with what little resources they have. Really just got to get this like pick or two. Crease down. Get BAP at this point is going to. Oh, Diva coming in to actually stop it. Just going to stall for more time and time for Reinhardt to get back. They're just going to keep trading now and shaving as much time as possible off, so that Snider has less time to work with towards the end game. So Snider captured first point. Honestly, that's one of the first choke points, is getting through that little opening and capping first point. So Snider did a pretty good job there, which is kind of surprising because our boys didn't warm up beforehand. Alright, so it seems like Ball State's kind of recovering, getting back together here. Probably going to play in this alley. This is a really good, this is like probably like, what, the second chokehold really on this map if it's not underneath the bridge. Got a lot of ults coming out here. Ryan's ult just got blocked by May. And the other, both Ryan's wasting ults. Lucio trying to keep their team alive for Snider. And they're getting pushed back. Ball State's getting a lot of picks, so it looks like Snider's gonna have to just come back and regroup. Yeah, they got pushed all the way back towards their spawn. So they're probably gonna have to stay in spawn for a quick moment until everybody's back and ready to go. So this might be another ult battle coming up, because it seems like the DPS for both sides have ult, so we'll see how Well, we got Ball State already pop in a Mail in a really good position because that's a big choke. Both Mails, actually. I didn't notice that. Both sides getting a couple picks. Snider has their Rhine down, so it's actually a difficult position, especially with that Zarya, but that May actually had a really nice wall right there. Stopping Zarya's ult short. Now Snider's kind of regrouping. Ball State has to back up. They don't have a Rhine, so they don't have any cover. More ults coming. Bap trying to just tear through Rhine's shield and hopefully get a pick here. There it is. They're Rhine getting a double flame strike. Snider's down 3, 4, 5, and 6. There it is, team wipe. There it is, team kill. Snider's gonna have to recover. Ball State in a pretty good position now. They're all recovered. Point is not progressing at all. As you can see here, they're just waiting. Ryan's kind of like the key part of this team, and if you watch our Overwatch team in the past, you would know they always play around Ryan. All right. Zarya popping an ult, and Ryan was trying to get a sneak ult in there from behind, so Ryan's in a kind of bad position. He's charging to get back to his team, and somehow it's actually working out. Ball State is getting a couple picks, and one being a Ryan, it seems like Snider's just gonna have to go back and recover. I think they played that really well, and Snider's in a difficult position right now, ult-wise. Ball State's gonna have 4 ults coming into this next fight. Snider's kind of just inching their way to get a couple. Got Ryan, soon to be May, which could be huge. There it is, popping a couple ults. Even Maywall not gonna be able to do too much. There it is. Ball State just getting those picks. Snider's down. Got to reset. It wasn't team kill. I think someone backed up. I didn't get to see who it was. Alrighty, so it seems like Snider's going to go around. Now, for those that don't know, Ball State is actually in Snider Arena right now. And so there's been a lot of competition going on here, a lot of smack talking. That's a huge pick, but most of Snider's frozen in place too. So both Reinhardts are down. See how this goes. The Hog switch could be interesting if they're able to get to some picks. There's Zarya's down, so both tanks being down. Snider might be able to just push up a little bit, try to inch their way up and get some more points, and hopefully get the next point. Get some extra time and try to push towards the end. All right, so Ball State's just kind of recovering here.
30 seconds remaining.
And they're just kind of exchanging some hits. Seems like both McCree's have ults. Bap doing it, and Ball State McCree able to get a kill on Hog. A lot of ults being popped here. You can just hear them left and right. But Snider is just able to just wipe the floor with Ball State. Lucio's gonna have to go back and around, so he ain't gonna touch. And that's another point, another minute and a half to Snider. Snider's actually, you know, going in cold. They're doing a really good job pushing up here. But Ball State was also, before the game, Snider and Ball State were talking to each other, so there was a lot of people not warming up. All right, so we're getting around one of the other chokes, this little corner. Hog goes down. Bap just in the back lines, just killing everybody. Dang. Hard to see. So they're gonna, Snider's gonna have to recover. Depending how long this push lasts, they only have one push. We need to get some picks here. Armor Cree going down. Ryan getting a pretty good ult, getting May, so that's just gonna force Snider to have to stay back and waste more time. All right, they're recovering with 30 seconds remaining on the first half. It might not be much that they're gonna be able to do here. We'll see. A couple ults, a lot of ults coming out. Both sides, a lot of ults being used. Snider got 3 down. Snider's Lucio's down right now. But he's about to have ult, so if he comes back fast enough, they stall a little bit of time, they should be able to live a little longer. Ball's just holding point and keep pushing while they're just keeping this BAP alive. But the BAP is getting picks. That BAP right now, he's been, man. Ball State just slowly killing off Snider. Oh, there it is. About 52.5 meters in. That's how far Snider's able to push it. So we'll see after this how Snider will be able to manage on defense.
0-2. Switching sides.
Let's see what both sides pick.
Initiating match.
So, just to kind of repeat what's going on, we invited Ball State out here. Between our players, there was a lot of beef, and they wanted to come to our area, Snider territory, try to beat us in our own area, our own arena. Snider's really motivated not to let that happen. But it looks like Snider picking up most of the usual picks. We got even a Symmetra, so that'll be kind of interesting. And interesting picks coming from Ball State. They're probably going to run Pharmacy. Sigma and Ball. Interesting tank pick. Interesting healing combo too. See what they do here. It'll be interesting to see where Snider goes to hold it. I wonder if they're going to hold choke, if they're going to hold back more towards sight, kind of like what Ball State was doing in the first.
5, 4, 3.
So with that arrow actually giving some insight, Snider knows what's coming, at least DPS wise. There's the Pharmacy.
Together we will not fail.
See if Hanzo going down real fast. Snider's having to retreat a little bit. There's a lot of pressure being added right now with the whole Ball Sig. Yeah, Snider's not even close to point. And actually, Ball State's off point right now, not getting any progress because they're trying to get all these picks. A huge push from Ball State and the Mage just to block it off so nobody can get through. Nice walls. Snider's able to get a couple picks and able to stop them from capping only at 2 ticks. Zen's trying to get... What? What are we doing here? We have like most of our team here. Ryan going down. And Ball State just still holding on with what little resources they have. Discord on the ball is going to be huge because that's going to be a lot of damage. Ball might not be able to make it out. He's literally 1 health. Ball State's still just picking off all the stragglers coming in. And it's just trade for trade, but I think that's it. Ball State's going to capture first point. 2.5 minutes. Leaving plenty of time to get to the second hold. Let's see what Snider does here. So switch it up to McCree, no longer Sim, and they're running Brig. Alright, interesting combo. We don't get to see that much. Seems like they're trying to do a little bit more of like a brawler comp and still trying to rock with some of the hit scan for the Pharmacy because that's going to put in work. Nice shots from McCree picking off Farah. But doesn't seem to matter too much because Ball State just popping a couple ults, getting those kills, so they're able to push up, and at this point Snider's just gonna have to recover. Try to hold again before the point. Ball doing ball things and going to the back lines. Sitting up top. Pharmacy pushing up. Only leaving 2 up on the site. On payload to push. Our ball's got to be a little careful. We're kind of pushing up a little bit. Mages. I don't know what happened there. I didn't get a good angle. Don't know if she's trying to reset or what, but that was not really good for Snider. Ball just trying to push up and get a little pressure since they're down a little, since Snider's down a little bit. Just to keep them back in time for Ball State to cap, which it looks like is going to happen. Now, this is a very tricky situation. Now, anything could happen. We are closer to Snider's spawn. So they could hold it, but it's 5 minutes of holding. Got a May wall up. A lot going on. That Zen will probably keep these couple people alive long enough for them to get some reses off and almost reset the team. Snider getting a couple more picks. Both healers down, actually. This could be huge. Seems like Ball State's got to back up a little bit. Ball's in the back lines, doing what Ball does. All right, let's see. It seems like they switched over to an Ana and a Zarya, so they're going to try to mix up the comp a little bit, see if they can get a little more aggressive with this, try to keep their players alive. Oh, and they switched to a Hanzo. No more Pharmacy. We'll see how they hold on here. Ball's going to come up, probably just poke a little damage, or just mess up. Let's just get that off stream. Let's not show that part. Our camera crew's laughing over there because they we all know what just happened. We won't talk about it. But a lot of ults coming out. We got Ball and Ana ulting. Couple ults still holding on. Mind Shield's about to go down, so there's gonna be a lot of damage taken. Snider's got the backup. Ryan in a very hard position. He's getting pushed hard. That health really saved him though, that health kit. May ult, Ryan ult, a lot of ults from both sides. But Snider's able to hold off and get 4 picks there, so Ball State's probably gonna have to reset at this point. See, doesn't look like any big changes from both sides. Lucio just messing around, testing the aim. Alright, so Ball State's fully back, or fully regrouped. They're gonna try to push up and see what happens here. Zarya instantly got ult and just popped it right on point. A lot of ults, Ana ulting Ryan. And Ball State just wiping it. This could be it. That's pretty much all of Snider right there. At this point, it's just going to be a couple stragglers if they're able to touch. D.Va able to touch, but not for long. That Zarya is just going to eat away her health. And that's it. Ball State's going to win the first round. Oh, actually, probably should. Let's see what the who got play of the game. So Ball State's Reinhardt got play of the game. And honestly, when both sides have a Reinhardt, I mean it's the difference between the tanks right there. Yeah, that was a huge push button. I think that was that team wipe. All right, so first match out of many to come. Snider's down 1-0. So right now we're just loading up the next round. JV calling to sub in for Varsity. No.
Now arriving at Phoenix.
That's Rocket League. Maybe when we capture points, I'll say boom, baby. Just for Mr. T. Mr. T in the background trying to get me more excited. All right, well, it looks like next match we're loading in is going to be on Ilios. Now this one, Ilios is an interesting map. A lot of potential for knockoffs.
Initiating match.
Camera crew having a good time over there. Might have to kick them off. All right, let's see. They're all loading in still. Just want to see some of the picks as they come in. I forgot I'm sitting next to some of the Overwatch crew, so I probably shouldn't be saying picks out loud until they know who's on the team.
Ready.
Oh wow, this is an interesting picks from both sides actually. Especially for Snider, you usually don't see this setup too much, DPS-wise. So this map, this is a map that has a lot of potential for Hog. So you can see both sides obviously picking Hog. With that well in the center, I mean, a lot of potential for just hooking and sinking them. Easy kills. All right, let's see how this goes. Gangster's a beast. Obviously he hired you to come in and say that. All right. Wow, there's a Lucio boop right into the well. Like I said, especially on a Hog who has potential to outlive a lot of damage. That's a huge boop. So we got a couple picks on both sides, but Ball State having a Mercy able to get their picks back. Snider's in a tough position. It looks like this first point's probably going to go to Ball State. We'll see. It's still picks happening on both sides. Really, no one's captured it so far. Echo just holding point with 11 health. Somehow did it. It's still no one is capping point. Snider keeps touching, but with all those kills at this point, yeah, at this point, Ball State able to get the first capture. Lucio! Oh, we switched over to watch Lucio try to get an epic boop, but just to get hooked and die right away to Snider. That's what we like to see. Funny moments like that. But Lucio is in a position where he can do that because of the mobility he has. All right, so Snider's trying to get a couple picks over here on the side because they're a little separated from their team. Probably not going to happen, actually. Snider's actually losing more people. Some reses from both sides, but I think right now Ball State has the upper hand with numbers. As you can see in the feed, they just keep picking. Oh, I don't even know what's going on. Ball just tried to kill himself and just gets hooked, so that Hog gets extra ult. As funny as the match is, Snider really got to pull themselves together and get something, right? Trying to get some picks. Looks like Doomfish is really low on health. Snider, couple ults coming. Copy in a row. That's gonna be fast. There's some. Oh, there's some more boops. Boops and hooks coming from both sides. I'm telling you, that well is just devastating. And she's just stuck in. He's solo ulting and she still doesn't die. That's gotta suck for Hog. He's low. He needs to back up and get some health. He's trying to get. There it is. He's been trying hard to get Echo down, and now it's just Hog's trying to come in and avenge his teammate. A lot of picks. Snider really close. They just got to knock everybody away so they can actually get this point. Echo just knocked into a wall dead. Hog's just trying to hold point as long as he can. There it is. Ball State able to get up to 99%. Snider at this point has to hold it because if they get a team wipe and Ball State caps, that's round. But let's see. Interesting enough, there's no switches on either side. All right, let's see what Ball State has in store for us. All right, Doomfist gonna try to get something with this ult. Looking around, doesn't seem like he's gonna get much. Oh, never mind. Someone gets knocked into his ult. Snider just lost a lot of people at this point. They probably aren't gonna be able to hold, so you can't tell. Ball State was able to capture the point back. And Snider really just has to keep touching and try to pull something here. They just gotta keep holding in overtime. Hopefully enough for their teammates to come back and eliminate Ball State and capture point. Snider Ball is just fighting for his life on point right now. Couple picks on both sides. Snider is pretty low on health right now. Snider Ball coming in. Echo copied Ball and just popping ult. Like how there's a whole team battle happening on the side, which has this nice 1v1 happening. That's what the camera wanted to focus on, was a nice 1v1. Wow, I don't know. Ball State and Snider are really fighting hard just to keep this point. Ball tried to get back up, but he's down in the well. And there it is. Ball State winning the first round. A lot of boops at the end. Man, that was pretty hectic. I was surprised Snider was just hanging on by a thread that long. Now, for anyone that just joined, this is the second match. And Snider's up, or Ball State's up 1-0. If they win this, they win the game. Snider's probably going to do some mixing up here, especially with this map. Now, I imagine both sides will probably stick with the Lucio, because this point, again, those edges, easy boops. A little different. You'll probably see Hog switch off just because that well is just good for Hog, but here it's a little harder to get those ends. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Definitely see some switching from both sides. Alright, now that the game's pretty much in and they're all loading, about to meet up. Seems like Ball State's just going for more of a AoE healing with their comp. Ball State getting first pick on the Reaper. That was just instantaneous. Ana going down from a boop apparently. A lot of people on both sides just going down. Right now this point could be anybody's. But it seems like Ball State's going to get the first touch. The first capture. Snider just kind of playing midfield, trying to get some type of pick. Tried to do something there with the run, but nothing coming out of it. No picks, a lot of damage, but no picks right now. Ball's looking a little low. They just keep just pulling in Ryan, trying to get him down. It's not happening though. Ball State actually getting picks here. So they're going to get a little aggressive on Snider now that they're down 3, 4. At this point, Snider's just going to have to regroup and try to push again, I guess. Now you can see both sides are starting to build up their ults. We'll see what happens here with the first round of ults. Man, they're just dying in their own spawn. Snider really got to work to regroup. Tank comp is a little interesting now. No shield. See how Snider handles the situation. So as you can see up at the top, a lot of ults, both sides. Pretty much everybody's at ult. So you already know in these next couple seconds, we'll probably see a bunch of ults pop off. Look, as I said, there's one. Zarya already trying to pull in. There it is. There's more and more. But not a lot actually not a lot of usefulness in these ults. They only got one pick. That was just from pushing up. Snider just pushing back and have to recover. They probably only have one push at this point because Ball State's about to be up to 90%. Snider really got to do something to touch point in the next couple seconds. There's a lot more ults popping off on site. Oh, just trying to knock everybody off and get anyone that's stuck in a corner. I can hear the calls. They're just trying to prevent Ball State from getting on and touching. A lot of picks, but that Lucio with the double boop. Oh man, it's gonna be huge for them. And he's just getting more. This Lucio. Ball State's Lucio just putting in some work right now for his team, but Snider is able to capture the point. Wow, pretty much whole team down. Last two, and Hanzo just dying with the, Moira orbs out of nowhere. Oh man. Snider got to recover real fast because they lost a lot of people in that fight. Ball State aggressively pushing. And you can just see both sides. Lucio's trying to get as many boops as possible. Couple ults coming out. Both sides are down a couple players, so this will be interesting seeing how this turns out. Ball State tanks are just holding on to this point, trying to capture it. Seems like they might be able to. Snider pushing up. Not enough. No one touched. So at this point, it's overtime. If Snider does not touch point, Ball State's going to win second game. There's an ult just to finish off any stragglers coming in for Snider. And that looks like this is game. There it is. 2 matches. Ball State is up 2-0. It's not looking too good for our Snider Panthers right now. I am not surprised to see Lucio in the play game. There's a lot of boops. And that right there was especially huge, getting 1 healer and 1 tank. Man, and then he goes right back just to get another. Both healers down. Huge play. All right. Oh, let's see what Snider has in store for us. All right. As you can hear, next game's loading up. Teams we're going to be playing on Busan. That's going to be an interesting match. So right now, anyone that's joined in, we're on the 3rd match. Ball State is up 2-0. Snider really got to start doing something here, or else this could just be game. All right.
Initiating match.
All right, so we got a couple people picking, and actually they're switching. Curious to see how they play this.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you. It's not as lively as it is with Rock. Like I'm talking to myself. All right, so both sides loading in. Let's see what we got for composition. All right, Snider's got it. Seems like, yeah, it seems like Snider's trying to play the range game, and a lot of hit scans here. For Ball State, interesting tank choice again. They're probably going to play a little aggressive. Difference is that Mercy could come into play. We saw a lot of reses happening for Ball State. And that actually can turn around fights, so this could be a healer difference. We'll just see how they play. So Snider's trying to take drum right now and try to get aggressive on the Ana because she's low. Ana's down. That's going to be a huge pick. Ball State has 2 main healers right now, so Ana being down doesn't punish them too much. Show the camera angles right. Look, this is why we practice now before it gets to the tournament. Alright, so a lot of picks both sides. Seems like Ball State's getting the majority of the picks here. Wait, that was just D.Va. Okay. Nope, actually the D.Va is down. So as close as Snider was to capping, it seems like Ball State's probably going to turn around and capture first point again. You already know Ball's going to do ball things and get push up a little bit towards spawn just to kind of mess with Snider. Snider's going to take it around the left side because Soldier and Varsity were over there by themselves. Not able to get the pick. Hog missing the hook. There's a lot going on in here. Alright. Actually able to get a pick on the Honest. That's a huge thing. Doomfist is down. Sigma's really low. A couple ults coming from both sides. Snider able to get a couple picks here. There goes our Rhine. Snider's able to cap. They're losing a lot of people in the process. Actually, no, they're only down 2. Ball State's completely wiped, so they're going to have to reset, regroup, try to get a push here. Now, I gotta be careful because our hog could just hit a hook on a they're on a soldier, and that being down right there, that one player is gonna be huge. Ball just in the back line, just messing around with the team again. Just trying to divert their attention so that their main squad can push up. As you can see, 2 of our players are already down. Couple ults being popped. Ryan shaking his shield around. He really doesn't want to die in this situation, but he's down. Ball State able to wipe the floor with Snider and just get that point back right away. All right, so there's a lot of ults actually on Snider's side. There's a couple ults on Ball State. As Doomfist is popping his, nothing really happening there. He's about to die. That's a play you don't want to see, ulting into nothing. Now Snider's getting up, getting aggressive. Ball State's kind of scattered right now, so they're just trying to get some picks. This has been an interesting match because both sides are just fighting to push each other off to cap point right away. Last game it just seemed like it was a wipe, and Ball State was able to hold point the entire game, but right now sides just keep flipping. Questionable ults here, but probably didn't need that soldier ult, but I mean, Snider's got points. I mean, I guess it works. Oh, and Snider's hog is down, hooked off the map on a map that really there's never boops off. Now we got a couple ults here. Both sides losing a lot of people. Snider looking a little worse though. Ball State having enough players there just to cap point. Again, we just keep flipping sides. This match has been very close so far for the first round. The Snider's really got to regroup, and they probably only have one push here because they're getting over 90%. There's not going to be a lot of time. No one sees Ball. Camera just shows that Ball is just sitting there. Everybody walked right by. Snider just pushing Ashley's and ult just to give him an extra teammate. Here comes the Ball from behind. A lot of ults still being used with what little resources they have. Snider really has to cap. Oh, Snider. Didn't see that. Snider actually capped, so Snider just got to hold until he gets 99 and just wipe Ball State. Ball State able to pick off everyone. At this point, they just got to switch it and try to touch point as much as possible. Lucio coming in as he gets aggressive on point. Couple picks on both sides. I mean, Snider could make something happen here if Ball's able to stall long enough. And that might be it. Yep. Snider loses first round, but that was actually a really close match right there. 100% to 95%. Things probably could have gone differently for Snider, but hey. I mean, close game's close game.
Ready for battle.
All right, so this map for Busan is a pretty interesting one. A lot of high ground around point. So we'll see what happens. It seems like Ball State's switching their comp up a little bit. So is Snider. DPS actually switching up. See if they can get some May walls off so that they can't get to point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
All right, here we go. Round start. If Ball State wins this, that puts them up 3-0. And at this point, it's pretty much game. So both sides are going on the side of the map, high ground, not even like opposite of point. A lot of utility being used. Actually, huge pick for Snider. Ball State's Ryan is down, so that's just going to leave him vulnerable. As you can see, they're trying to get around the wall and get some more picks. Snider at this point needs to capitalize on the opportunity of getting these picks and go to point, because it seems like Ball State's just trying to like get that sneak capture, and it seems like it's going to play off for them. But while Ryan was down there, Snider was trying to get a pick and just couldn't make it happen. Maywall might be able to make something happen here. There's the first ult of the match. both Baptiste, but not much utility, or not much usefulness. D.Va popping ult just to get mech back right away, it seems. Interesting play for Ball State. So Snider at this point just really needs to regroup and think of a strategy to capture point. Honestly, probably should have gone there sooner. Alright, so let's see. No switches so far. Snider's regroup trying to push around point. Line trying to ult. A lot of ults from both sides. They're just using everything. Make sure nobody dies. Ooh, a lot of ults. That Zarya ult could be huge, just keeping everybody stuck in that corner where Mei is. Where Mei ult is. Yeah. Ball State getting 3 picks there. Snider trying to fight, but then nothing coming out of it. That's a team wipe right there. They're gonna have to regroup and just go for another push. Ball State's already up 70%. There's not many chances Snider has right now. They really need to capture this point. If they don't do it here, they probably got 1 push. Depending how long this one goes. Snider really gotta make something happen here. They're leading with ults. Come on. Snider's getting a couple picks here. They used up a lot of their ults. And they're Ball State with a huge shatter to come back and just team kill Snider. Oh man. Unless someone can get the point and touch, that's probably game, yep.
Victory.
There it is. Ball State wins 3-0. We doing a best of 5?
Play of the game.
Oh, we'll see if they're going to play more, but at this point, it's fair to say that Ball State just wiped the floor with us. but I mean, some of the matches were really close. Switch over to the waiting screen to see what happens. I don't know if they're going to play more or not. What was it? Oh, they're leaving? Is that it? Alrighty. Well, that seems to be it. Ball State wins 3-0. Couple close matches, but Snider wasn't able to pull through in the end. That's all right. Next time we're taking it to their territory. We're going to whoop their butts there. So thank you everybody for coming out and watching this match. Thank you to Ball State for coming out and speaking to the players and just creating this little fun opportunity for the boys. Talk smack and get butts whooped. I also like to give a huge shout out to Principal Chad Song and Athletic Director Steve Zimbo for making these things happen. This is just preseason. The season will actually start next week, so look forward to some of those matches. And you'll probably hear more from me and Mr. T. So thanks for coming and supporting. You guys have a good weekend.